What's good, everybody? My name is Jay Fatty. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about melody creation, all right? It doesn't always have to be a crazy melody. Don't get me wrong, there are some sample melody makers out there that are super immaculate at what they do and they make crazy samples and melodies. But for someone who doesn't do that all the time, you don't always got to go crazy. As long as you have something that's catchy, especially for the genre you're doing. If it's catchy, if we're talking trap, think about how simple a lot of trap melodies are. They're just, sometimes like 4 or 5 notes, but they're laid out in a catchy way. That same thing is with boom bap as well. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm going to play you this little beat, and we'll talk about this melody and talk about all it really is. All right, so it's a very simple beat, but like I said, that melody is catchy. We started with these keys, all right? All right, and then we added a saxophone, okay? But this is a saxophone that's in a higher octave range, so it's a higher frequency saxophone. And all I did to get the saxophone was, after I had the keys, I was just playing on the MIDI keyboard and just hitting a few notes on the sax, and it was sounding good. So just, stay in the same scale with your melodies. And a lot of times you can actually just copy over certain parts. So even if you didn't want to create like a whole new counter melody or complementary melody, you could just copy a line from your first melody that you made. So we could literally just copy one of these lines here and then put it on a different instrumentation and get it sounding nice. You don't have to sit here and make different melodies for each element, all right? You can literally take parts from a main melody and add it to another one and layer that, and it will accent that part and make it sound nice. And then we just added a low sax to complement the high sax. So very simple, but it is a catchy melody. And then to add the evolution to the beat, all we did was, so after the first 8 bars, it goes just into the low sax and the keys. All right, and then that just goes, after that just goes right back into all of the layers again. So it's not a crazy evolution, but it's enough to where it doesn't get boring to listen to, and it's still a bop. Plus, we added this bass line on top of it just to give it some lower frequencies. And that bass line is following the root notes of the keys. I just copied the root notes over these bottom notes and just put that into the bass. So yeah, keep that in mind. When you're making melodies, it doesn't always have to be crazy. You don't have to have a million different melody elements. Don't get me wrong though, doing that, if you do it right, can sound amazing. My homie 8th, he does a lot of really dope melody creations, and a lot of it has a lot of melody elements into it, but it's layered together in a nice way where it doesn't sound overpowered or too much melodies where it's taking too many frequencies out of the spectrum. Because you want to keep in mind, you gotta have room for your drums and vocals if a rapper or artist or singer is going to get on the track. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If this video brought you value, please leave a like, hit subscribe, and hit the little bell. Make sure you stay safe, stay striving, and always be getting it. Much love, y'all. Peace.